have found the Genesis frequency. This is Dr. Stephen J. Kazmina welcoming you in to another episode of a show that focuses on your whole life prosperity and success. Whole life prosperity and success by cooperating with the universal laws that are available to each and every one of us. This is Quantum Leap Goal Achievement, radical personal transformation, whole life prosperity and success. Now, stay tuned for another exciting episode that'll move the needle in your life from where you are now to where you want to be. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it may be, wherever you are in the world. When you hit that play button, so glad you did. This is Dr. Cause and Effect, Dr. Stephen J. Kazmina coming at you with another episode of the Genesis Frequency, all about personal, professional, and leadership development. Welcome in, whether you're here for the first time or you've been here many, many, many other times. Thank you for being a listener. So grateful for all of you all around the world that listen to this show. Hey, tell somebody about it. Tell somebody about it. There's a lot of value here. So share this show with people, colleagues, friends around the organization. Really appreciate that. All right, we wrapped up talking about SMART goals, but we'll bring those up from time to time. We'll touch on those a little bit today, but this is not a continuation of that series in the well, from the viewpoint and the perspective of talking strictly about SMART goals. We're going to talk today about what's next. All right, we have those SMART goals that we have taken a bite-sized piece of our big dream goal, and we put it into this format of specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and tangible. Go back and listen to the last three episodes to get a really good handle on how to put your desires, your wishes, your goals, your dreams into this format. And learn what you don't want to do because you don't want to limit yourself, and they can be limiting if you approach this in the wrong way. So we talked all about that in the last three episodes. So what do you do next? Really? Okay, I have this. I've defined my big dream goal, and this could be your quarterly goal, your lifelong ambition, your annual goal. It can be a weekly, monthly, whatever it is. But it's moved to the top of your list, and that's your primary target. You usually it's best to work on one or two at a time. I suggest a personal and a professional goal and make sure they're woven together. And I use, and you can use this too. I use a goal planning system that is in within my My-Tyme Success Planner. It's also within several of the programs I facilitate, and it's you can get it from me as a and this is no charge for you. You can get it as a fillable field PDF or something that you can print out a bunch of copies because I suggest doing it every single week. Or within your planner, you can get a My-Tyme Success Planner. Everybody's going back, many, I shouldn't say everybody, but many people are going back to the paper physical planner because all the research that has been done around the way that we're wired. And it's in the My-Tyme Success Planner, this little sheet we're going to be talking about. It's a two-page sheet, front and back, called the Goal Planning System. Simple as that. And just being a listener to the show, I invite you to reach out and I will get this for you. And the way to do that is to make an appointment with me. Make an appointment with me and you get the goal planning system. It's just a one-page sheet. Go to successappointment.com. We'll talk on the phone. Tell me that you want this and I'll get it out to you. I'll get your information, all that kind of thing. Nothing complicated, not a sales thing. It's just something that's within programs I do and something that's within my planner that I think will be very useful for you. So you can call this your GPS, right? Goal planning system, GPS. And I like that. I like my GPS because we rely on that so much these days, right? Google Maps or whatever we have in our vehicles that's going to get us from point A to point B. And that's what we're doing. This is our GPS system, our goal planning system. We defined and identified we want this specific target to be realized in our experience, right? We have this personal ambition and this professional ambition, both of these goals. And really, you want them tied together again. And I can't say that enough. You want your professional goal in the office or within the organization or as a member of your team to have something in it for you personally as well, and maybe even tied into that personal goal. Maybe it's, hey, I'm going to get this done and I'm going to take my 2 weeks off. I got 2 weeks coming. I haven't taken a vacation in forever, and I'm going to, so you want to tie these together somehow. So let's just kind of move through this goal planning system because I think it's so valuable. I started using this and just started knocking stuff out. And the very first thing I worked on was weight release, but you can use it for whatever you've identified is your personal goal and your professional goal. So you're going to at the top of the sheet, and it'd be much easier if you had one of these. So you got to use your imagination a little bit and reach out to me and get this from me so you can work through it. You can always come back to this episode when you have this in hand and work through that. And what I'm going to do is just kind of talk you through it as I'm looking at it. And so the goal planning system, there's four boxes across the top. And the first box says area, gives you a date, gives you a target date, and date achieved. So you can even just put this on a piece of paper and build your own goal planning system. Maybe you want to add things. Maybe you might not want to have everything that I have on this sheet in yours. But when I identify the area, where is this? Is this personal, professional? That's what I used to do. I would weave them together. So I would put personal, PERS/PRO, personal and professional. I'd put them all on one sheet. You can use two different sheets, whatever works for you. I put today's date and then whatever I'm working on for this short term goal in this SMART format, I would have a date. And I encourage you to do these weekly. That's what I do. That's what's recommended. You can have your big dream goal on another sheet. Perhaps you have some kind of win win agreement. We can talk more about that another time. But this is for, hey, what do I want to get done this week? That is that bite sized piece of that big dream goal that I know if I get this done and I can do this, I should do this. And if I would do this, I would be so much closer to the big goal that I want to accomplish in this endeavor. So so what am I doing right now? This is the chunking it down part. So let's use that just as an analogy, that weight release. So say I want to um, lose 40 or 50 pounds by the end of the year. So I've not quickly, I've identified what that number is. Okay. And I have a target date. That's the overall picture. That's my longer term. I got a little over a quarter to do this. I got 4 months to do this. I want to get to this. I want to do 10 pounds a month for the next 4 months. So my bigger picture is 40 pounds in 4 months. So now chunking it down, I would use my goal planning system, keep breaking that down. If I'm doing these on a weekly basis, what does that look like per week? So if it's 10 pounds a month and I got 4.5 weeks a month, so now I want to lose what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2.5, something like that pounds a week. Let's just use some round numbers because we're just using an example here. So my goal this week is to lose 2 pounds. So I'm looking at my goal planning system. So today's date is put down there. My target date is the end of the week. I put it into this SMART format because I know I can do 2 pounds. I can push it and I can get 2 pounds off in a week for sure, right? And that when I do that at the end of the week, I'm going to look at that and I'm going to say, hey, I am closer to where I want to be. This thing's working for me. So we put the final date. We're going to look at the date achieved. We're going to leave that blank because we're going to come back to this every day and we're going to do our evaluation at the end of 7 days, at the end of our week. So the next box, we list our goal. This is a bigger box. It's got 3 lines on it. Okay. And this is where we list our goal. And again, it's specific, it's measurable, attainable, realistic, and tangible. So is my goal Specific, yes. My goal is specific. I want to. I am losing 2 pounds this week. Is it measurable? Absolutely. I know what I am now, and I'll know what I am when I use my measuring tool, whatever that may be, for whatever goal you have. You want a measuring tool. It's measurable. Is it attainable? Yeah, I'm willing and able. Right. I'm willing and able. It's realistic. I'm willing and able. I can envision this thing and I'm going to move in this direction. Is it tangible? Yeah, because I'm going to be able to see it. I'm going to be able to see it show up in either my belt buckle, right, in the way my clothes feel, that kind of thing. So it's tangible. Some might argue that that's intangible, but I say no. If it can be witnessed by the senses, then it's tangible enough. So that's what we put in that box. What is the goal? And again, I'm using the weight thing as an example. This can be whatever it is for you personally or professionally. Maybe you're working on a project at work. Maybe you're on a team. And hey, pass these out to the team members, right? You can all be on the same page this way. So you're going to list it in this area, and I encourage you to list it in the present tense as already achieved. And I would always put mine down. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have lost 2 pounds this week. So I would state my goal that way, not I will, not I I'm going to have or I'm going to do. None of those phrases that put your goal out someplace in a future point that doesn't exist right now. You want it fully present tense. I'm so happy and grateful now that I am. Your I am statements are the most powerful statements you can make. You're claiming them now and you're sending a message to your subconscious mind. So you want to do that. Next box is benefits to be gained from achieving this goal or losses to be avoided, right? That's really the definition of profit, right? When we avoid a loss or we gain a benefit, right? So what is the benefit going to be? If we're looking at this weight loss, well, the benefit's going to be I'm going to be closer to my target, right? I'm going to feel better about myself. So I'll have a boost to my self-image. I'm going to have a boost to my confidence. I'm going to have that feeling of accomplishment. Hey, and I'm just knocking off a couple pounds here, but it's a bite-sized piece. I'm going to feel good about that. That's going to give me momentum. So you want to list all these benefits that are going to be gained and losses to be avoided. What are the losses to be avoided? Well, if I get this project done at work, I'm going to whatever it is, you define it. That's what goes in this box. Benefits to be gained because you want to work to something. You want to work towards your greater good all the time. So what are the benefits to be gained from achieving this goal and losses to be avoided? Then down at the bottom, the paper's kind of split in half. I got on the left side, I have possible obstacles, and on the right side, I have possible solutions. So when we list our obstacles, we're dealing with ourself in the way our even our monkey mind works at times. We're anticipating what might come up, and that can be anything, right? Um, I get sidetracked, too many emails. I got, just on and on and on. What interruptions and on and on. We can just anticipate what are the obstacles to achieving this goal, and then we list them there. Now, what we can do when we do this in advance like this, and I recommend taking your goal planning system and doing it maybe on a Sunday night, depending on how your week is structured. Maybe on a Sunday night or Sunday morning. Do it at the beginning of the week, so it's your 7-day plan, your goal for the week, and consider all the obstacles that may come up that may prevent you from. You're kind of playing devil's advocate here a little bit. May prevent you from accomplishing this goal. I got this. The kids got soccer practice. I got so much time. I got this major project at work. I got this uh, got to take the kids to their karate lessons, and so you want to list everything, and then what you're going to do is you're going to list the possible solutions to this. All right. I can see if they can carpool with a friend. I can do this. I can do that. You want to list all the possible solutions to each obstacle you've identified. So when you do encounter it during the week, you already have the answer. You're not going to get all frustrated. You're not going to throw your hands in the air. Oh, I guess there goes my goals this week. I guess I'll never get to, sometimes we do that. We go down that rabbit hole and we start the pity party and why we can't get it done. We buy into our own excuses, right? So one side obstacles, other side possible solutions. We're just, hey, if any of these things come up, we're going to get them out of the way now by figuring out what the solutions are. So then on the flip side, this is really good. This on the other side, we're going to look at specific action steps for achieving this goal. And then we're going to list everything that we know we could do, should do, and if we would do this week, it's going to be a step that moves us closer to that which we want to achieve by the end of the week. And then we're going to go back and we're going to put them in order. Okay, this one. So let's continue with the losing the 2 pounds. Okay, I'm going to walk this week. I'm going to walk 30 minutes a day. Maybe I want to increase it to 35. I know I can carve out an extra 5 minutes. If I do that for 7 days or for 6 days, that's an extra 30 minutes this week. So my action step might be to walk for 35 minutes this week. I might list another one, remove um, 5 more carbs from my diet during the course of the week. Whatever it is. Um, Take these steps instead of the elevator, 5 times a week. Anything that's going to be an action step for achieving this particular goal for this particular week. So again, my sheet has lines to make a list of this, the target date for achieving it, the date reviewed, and the date completed. So I want to get to let's say I'm at Friday. I'm going to look at my sheet again. I'm going to review it. Hey, did I do each of these things on here in this order? And then I'm going to check it off. Hey, completed. Yeah, I did each one of these. Right? It's given us that discipline. It's given us that accountability. The next box below that, it says, who needs to know about this goal? Now, often when we're working on something, when we're working on our big dream goals, we don't necessarily want to share it with a lot of people. We certainly don't want to share it with people that are all those in that negative state all the time that like, oh, who are you? You think you're going to do that? You know what I'm saying? People can talk you out of your goals and your dreams very easily. So, who are those support people in your lives? Who are those cheerleaders that you have? I think we all have them. We got to just look around. Who needs to know this? Who needs to know about this goal? Let's look at the weight thing, right? Maybe it's somebody that you made friends with at the gym or the fitness center and they're going the same thing. Maybe they become your accountability partner. Maybe it's a spouse. Maybe it's a best friend. Maybe it's a son or a daughter. Who needs to know about that? It's going to be supportive. Maybe when we're looking at the professional goal, maybe it's your immediate supervisor. Maybe it's the boss. Maybe it's the president. Maybe it's the team leader. Maybe it's a coworker. Who needs to know about it? So just identify. Maybe nobody needs to know. Maybe this is your thing and you just want your results to speak for themselves. But you put this down on your page. And I like this. Hey, support me this week. I'm going to do this and I need your help. This is my goal. But you want to make sure it's somebody supportive. And then right below that, we have a little box for method of tracking progress. How are you going to know that this particular goal has been progress has been made on it. So, for instance, again, we're continuing down our example of 2 pounds. Method of tracking would be either the scale or the belt buckle or the way the clothes fit. You want to list that here. This is what I'm going to use. This is how I'm going to determine if I got results this week. Next box I have, does this goal support my values? You should have a value statement. You don't want to be out, you don't want to color outside the lines of what your values are. So go to my website, the Genesis Frequency, type in values, and you can find a whole nother another podcast on that. So you just want to make sure that you're staying in alignment with what your values are. Yes or no? Is it worth the time, effort, money required to reach this goal? Yes or no? Maybe it's yes, maybe it's no, maybe it's yes, but later. You want to identify that. Is it worth the time? Because as you put the time in and the effort in during the week, you want to look back to this question. Hey, is it worth it? Yeah, I want to get to this by the end of the year. You've identified your why. Maybe it's a holiday celebration or a family reunion or a get together or friends getting married right after the first of the year or a class reunion, whatever it is. Maybe you just want to feel better. Maybe it's a health thing. Is it worth it? Absolutely. In our example, absolutely it is. And then right below that, this is really important. I wish there was more room on my page to do this. You want affirmations to support this goal, positive statements to raise your confidence. You want to write these down. You want to create a few of these. This is why you want to carve out that 15 to 30 minutes to do this at the beginning of your week, but you want to set some affirmations up that you're going to use every day, multiple times a day. I'm so happy and grateful now that I am at my target weight of, and fill in the blanks. I am so happy and grateful at work. I have accomplished my, and fill in the blanks. Come up with your own affirmations that are supportive of the present state of the goal realized. And right next to this, we have visualization. See, we want to involve as many of the senses as we can. That's why we want to write down our achievement of this goal, what we wrote on the other side. I am so happy and grateful. We want to write that down. We don't want to just type it in. That's why we're doing this on paper, writing it out, writing it down several times during the day. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have achieved my target weight of, and fill it in, right? Whatever it is at work, whatever the goal is. We have the affirmation, we have the goal stated in the present tense as if it has been accomplished and it is right now. And then we want, in the visualization of that, we want to have something that we can use, that we can look to, that is supportive of this goal during the week. So maybe it's a picture of someone with the size and the shape and the sculpted body that maybe that we want to achieve, and we put that picture up. Maybe it's, hey, maybe we did this before and we want to improve on that, but we have a picture of what we looked like, maybe 10 years ago when everything, when gravity wasn't affecting so much of our body. Whatever it is, you want to find some pictures to use for visualization. And then you want to identify where are you going to use them. So maybe it's sticking with the weight loss thing. Maybe it's a picture 10 years ago. You really like the way you work. You were working out all the time. You look good. So maybe you want to put that up, hang it up, hang a picture of that in your closet, by your closet when you're getting dressed in the morning, or maybe in your bathroom outside your shower or anything like that. So you want to identify that. And so you want to keep this handy so you're looking at it. That completes our sheet. And this GPS is a real powerful exercise to do at the beginning of the week. Now you can design your own, or you can just reach out to me and we can talk about it, and I will get your information, your email, or however you want me to get this to you, and I'll get you your own with a fillable field PDF. I suggest just printing out a whole bunch of them so you can write out by hand. It's very powerful when we do things involving the senses, writing, reading, thinking, all these things are very, very powerful to help move you from where you are to where you want to be. So I know that's not, one of the more exciting podcasts that we went into today, but the goal planning system, the GPS system, is a very, very valuable tool to knock out those big dream goals by chunking them down into what you're going to do each and every week. Let's talk more about that. Reach out to me, successappointment.com. Even if you just want to get one of these sheets, make an appointment anyway so I can say hi, so I know somebody's listening and wants this offer. And we'll talk about, hey, this whole planner system, My-Tyme Success Planner that I've been talking about, I put together a couple different packages. You can get a 6 months 6 months set, a starter set for 6 months, with has all these tools in here that I've been talking about and will continue to talk about, in a nice padded blue binder. I can get you that um, for everything for $75, and I'll include a goal planning system a video that I do. I'll put that with that. Or you can get a 12 months with a padded zippered binder for 163. Or you can get, I have I love the leather, I want that look of luxury, that feeling and that prosperous look because I carry it everywhere. So I have a package with 12 months of the Success Planner, My-Tyme Success Planner, with a leather zippered binder, and that package is like 197. But we can talk more about that. Make an appointment, successappointment.com, successappointment.com. Just make an appointment and say, hey, I want to get on. I want to talk to you about the goals I want to knock out. I want to talk to you about, hey, where I get stuck. I want to talk to you about coming in and doing a formal training development program within the organization. Or maybe you just want to participate in one of my showcase programs, money back guaranteed, knock out some goals or your money back, get some results for you. So, a lot of things on the plate, a lot of things to talk about. Get your goal planning system, your fillable field PDF by making an appointment with me at successappointment.com. It'll open up in your time zone. You pick a time that's convenient for you, and we will have a conversation about what you want to achieve in your life experience. That's going to do it for today. You've been listening to the Genesis Frequency Podcast with Dr. Cause in Effect. Yes, this is Dr. Stephen J. Kosmina wishing you an infinitely spectacular day. God bless you.